Those who talk much deliver much. Silence is not the absence of power, it is the accumulation of it. In the chess game of reality, noise is the default behavior of pawns, of those who are desperate to prove they have some worth, some relevance, or some intellect. The king moves without making a single sound until checkmate is inevitable. Modern man has been sickened by the need for immediate validation. He fills each and every social void with empty words because he fears the crushing weight that silence carries. He hands over his plans, exposes his weaknesses, and opens up his strategies for free, just to relieve the discomfort of a quiet room. He does not realize that with every thoughtless sentence, he is handing over the map of his fortress to his opponents. When you enter a room and choose silence, the power dynamic shifts instantly. While everyone is competing to see who can speak loudest, you become the invisible observer. You are not there to be applauded. You are there to map the terrain. The one who speaks exposes their own fault lines. The one who stays silent hears what went unsaid. Intimidating silence disarms the arrogant because they cannot read your next move. They don't know if your silence means approval, contempt, or calculation. And the unknown breeds fear. Learn to hold your gaze and hold your words, even when the room pressures you to answer. Let others hang themselves on their own sentences. When you speak little, every word you utter gains the weight of an anvil falling on the board. Be the mystery they cannot crack. The strict economy of words is a doctrine of psychological warfare. Epictetus, one of the greatest pillars of Stoicism, laid down a clear rule for mental survival. Remain silent for the most part, or speak only what is strictly necessary and use few words. This was never a lack of social skills. It is combat intelligence. When you keep your thoughts and your ambitions in absolute secrecy, you create a zone of tactical exclusion around yourself. No one can anticipate what they cannot hear. No one can sabotage what they do not know exists. Every time you reveal a plan prematurely, you release the pressure from the pot. The energy that should be used in the forge of work is wasted on the vanity of sharing the news. The world is full of silent saboteurs who use your own words to set traps for you. The indestructible ghost keeps his goals under 7 locks of dark steel. No one knows what he is studying, how much he is investing, or what business he is building. Surprise is the greatest tactical advantage there is. Give no explanations to those who do not share the weight of the load with you. Let the market discover your project when it is already profitable. Let your opponents know of your victory when the trophy is already on your shelf. Silence protects the gestation of your power. Speak less, execute more. This surgical mastery over your own speech raises a rustic wall that is impossible to climb. The scarcity of your presence and the sobriety of your reactions rebuild the respect that modern society has tried to dissolve. In a world where noise and overexposure have become the rule, the man who refuses to participate in the digital circus becomes an unreachable fortress. People will try to pull you into their mud. They will use cheap provocations, bitter criticism, and emotional traps to tear an uncontrolled reaction out of you. They do this because your reaction is the only way they can level the playing game. Provocation demands a reaction to survive. When someone tries to pull you into a cheap argument or destabilize your mind with rustic criticism, your best response is absolute emptiness. Silence in the face of an insult is a psychological brass knuckle. The weak man needs to shout to prove he is strong. The man of iron just watches the storm pass without moving a single facial muscle. Your calm freezes the opponent's blood. Show the world that no one has the power to dictate your state of mind. When you deny your reaction to the enemy, you drain all their energy. They waste their ammunition on nothing and realize they are fighting a ghost they cannot harm. Be unshakable. Be the silence that crushes the other's ego. The definitive consolidation of your hidden authority happens when you realize, once and for all, that the overwhelming majority of daily human interactions are nothing but disposable noise. The indestructible ghost does not waste his precious saliva trying to correct fools, debating shallow opinions, or trying to prove his point of view in the public square. He saves every drop of vital energy for purest, surgical, and relentless action. Your silent posture is the shield that protects your sanity and your strategy from external interference. By the time the world notices your move, the territory will already have been conquered, and the borders of your empire will already be carved in rock. No more explanations. No more trying to convince people of your worth or your intentions. Intimidating silence ends in the accomplished fact. Reality does not respond to speeches. It responds to results as heavy as iron. Let your silence be the announcement of your strength. While they debate theories on the internet and seek cheap validation, you focus on the silent construction of your stability. The world will try to break your vow of silence because it fears what you do in the dark. Do not yield to their noise. Remain in control, read the game from the outside, and act with the speed of lightning on a dark night. Your progress does not need to be posted. It needs to be solid. Shut up and conquer your space by force. Silence accumulates raw power. Surgical execution consumes the target without a trace. Be the indestructible ghost.